Aloha, gang. Welcome. Here we go. We got a Friday, and normally I'm putting together our mental health subject for the day, but I wanted to thank KK. She sent me some stuff. I woke up to a message about this Amber Alert, and I've been pulling information together. I kept hoping and praying while I was pulling information together. I get the news that this 11-year-old had been found, but so far we have not been able to find her. So here we are. Let's get the news out. Pull up, you guys know how it goes. Pull up your pencil paper, your forwarding address, but all that stuff. And I have information for you right around the corner.
Aloha and welcome to the Local My Life.
Hey, hey, hey. Yes, by the way, we've got tons of people popping into chat, and thank you guys so much. I mean, it always makes me feel so much better when I walk in and I see all those names there because I know, especially the names that are popping up right now, y'all are going to be sending this out. We're going to be getting the word out, and y'all are the best. So, first of all, Grandma Sherry. Hey, girl. Love you. Love ya. Love ya. And who else? Christola made it. You hadn't met. I love you, my dear. I'm so happy you made it today. Yes. I keep telling people we make it whenever we all have our own lives and all. Up, and here go the dogs. So, and yes, I got the treats ready. So, I love you, Christola. And Chris made it. Chris, you may have tried to send me something. A lot of people don't know I have two different Facebooks going on. I got my personal one, and then I've got the Local My one, and I forgot to log into the Local My one this week, so I may have missed. I have kind of a group for us there. It's not real active, but it's there. So also Discord, if anyone's interested, let me know. So, but there's some awesome Discords out there right now. Red Rock, hey, welcome, my dear. Frank, thanks for sharing. Love you, Frank. And Frank's always dependable when it comes to getting the word out and all that. And we got Rachel. How you doing, Miss Rachel? And let's see, that's everyone for right now. So let's get into this. I don't have much information. Oh, you sent it through Twitter? That's why, Chris. Okay, perfect. I'll fix that when I get back, definitely. So this just popped up this morning, and sorry, I'm kind of reading it and learning it as I'm doing this. I'm not as prepared as, say, I'm missing Mondays, for example. But we need to get this out because this 11-year-old is concerning me because, first of all, it's a repeat behavior. And second of all, based off of this, I think this is repeat behavior of someone who's going out and talking to people on the internet. We're hearing this all the time. Okay, we know it's happening everywhere where our children, okay, teenagers, preteens, are going online and they're talking to people and they think they're safe people they're talking to, but they're not. So first of all, let me pull this one up. Hey, Brandy, how you doing, my dear? This here is, okay, Imani. Imani, and the other person you see here is actually the suspect right now. Now, I'm going to go through some stuff with this because we've had multiple suspects named in this case. The first suspect picture that's sent out was not the right person. And this is one reason why I'm always telling people be very careful about speculation and stuff like that, because now it was the police who put it out wrong, but that person, I don't know what their past history is or anything like that, but his name could have gotten really tied to this case very quickly. So I wanted to make sure people know going into this. Okay, you may see two different pictures at times if you're looking up this case. The picture you're seeing right now up there, the guy with the mustache, is the actual suspect, not the more heavy-set guy that they've shared. So, and I don't want to share that guy's face because I don't want to confuse people even more. So, Imani, sorry, I'm fighting allergies or something today. An Amber Alert was put out for Imani a little earlier this morning, a couple hours ago. From what it looks like happened is, as I mentioned, this is a repeat runaway. About a week ago, Imani did run away also. At that time, family, she was with her mom, it looks like, and she ran away. Okay, during the course of the night, she used her bed sheets to climb out of the second story window and was okay, she ran away. Now, I'm not sure if the bed sheets was this night, this current runaway, or the time before. I'm getting conflicting information there. But the key right now is that a week ago, she ran away with who we think may be different. We're not sure at this point. Basically, what happened is her family were able to track her through Find My Phone. Not sure how many. Put a 1 in chat if you guys know about Find My Phone. Okay, Find My Phone. Hey, Sleuth Mom, love you, my dear. Have you ever used Find My Phone? My family, we use it all the time. I can track my mom, my brother, everyone else in the world, okay, that's on my group, just by checking, okay, and I do it quite often. I'll find out, okay, is my brother still at work? Is he on his way home? Things like that. Okay, perfect. We're getting a couple ones in there. This was a case of where it really helped because they were able to find Imani a week ago and bring her home at that point. Now, the question comes, she ran away. Okay, was it the same person? Was it not? The grandmother says it was not the same person. Now, I would take that as no. This is a second person we're talking about here. My only concern, hey Boots, my only concern with saying that is this. We've already talked about the fact that we have two different guys being mentioned in this. So was the grandmother responding to that based off of the first suspect picture? So if that makes sense to you. So we may be talking, it could still be the same person. We don't know. Hey, Mama Jane, love you, praying. You're in my thoughts all the time, you know. So I wanted to real quickly bring up, after that, she came home. She was staying with her grandmother, it looks like. And then last night at about 1:45, 2 o'clock, hey, here she goes. She ran away a second time. Now, guys, you know how I feel about runaways. She, in my eyes right now, an 11-year-old with anyone, okay, this guy's in his 20s. No, that's not a safe runaway situation. Okay, it looks to me like this girl has been going out asking for love from people, and she's grabbing it anywhere she can get it. Okay, and that's no one's fault except for the asshole who is sitting here trying to lure her away. That's the only person's fault in this case. Okay, so, yeah, exactly, Sherry, and that's the thing. Grandma could have, when they were asked, was it the same guy as last week? They may have been thinking the first person that was heavier set, okay, and things like that, and be like, oh, yeah, no, that's not that, and yet this one, and we just don't have an update yet. So that's why I'm saying we got to be very, I was on a Facebook group a few minutes ago where people were talking about that, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, did they recognize from the same guy and all? And I actually made a comment. We don't know, really. We don't know because we've had two different suspects here. Okay, it could be. So what I wanted to do is, so she ran away from Grandma's house. And yesterday, let me add this to the stream real quickly. This morning, this is her grandmother, from what I understand. I could not get more information on this, but it looks like it's her grandmother. And I wanted to play real quickly a message because I'm hoping every time we do these videos, Sleuth Mom, I'm sure you're the same way with this. You never know if, especially in a case of a runaway, someone's going to watch it. Who's that person? What if the runaway watches it? And this grandmother loves her granddaughter and was speaking to her. And I wanted to make sure that she got to hear this if she ever did happen to come across this video. So real quickly, just wanted to play this for you guys all. Let's see.
I'm not mad. I just want you to come home safe. I want to try to get you the help that you need. We're all here waiting on you. Everybody that you've ever met and have been in your life, teachers from 3 years ago have called me looking for you and want to find you and hug you and give you the support that you need. Just come home. Just Just come home. If you can't reach out to me, reach out to someone else's number that you know by heart, but you know my phone number by heart. Baby girl, I'm not mad. I just want you to come
Okay,
home.
we got a replay on that one. This girl, I mean, you're looking at this. We're talking, really looks like an amazing neighbor. Okay, really nice neighborhood. Okay, she's loved. This girl is loved. Okay, teenager years are rough. You're looking for love, and sometimes love doesn't come across the way we want it to come across. And yes, KK, thank you for sending it. You're the one who sent me the name, and I'm so happy you did. The fact that her teachers are calling, wanting to know, we've got to get her home. She's loved. This girl is loved. This girl has many people. This is not actually in Missouri. And sorry, I normally have everything set up a lot more. This is actually in Texas. Let me switch out this real quick. Okay. Let me switch over to this for the rest of it. So this is actually in Texas. It's called Missouri City in Texas. And KK, let me know if I'm incorrect on this. I think Missouri City is outside of Houston. It is. Okay, near Houston. And so basically from what I'm hearing now is sometime 1:45, 2 o'clock this morning, a neighbor saw a young girl get into a pickup truck. They're expecting this is actually Imani getting into this truck. She got into the truck. Sorry, feeding the dogs too at the same time. She got into the truck at this time. Now, little further background. Okay, and this is, I think, what happens a lot of times, especially, okay, I was a little girl. Okay, we all love our dads. Okay, daddy's little girl, things like that. I lost my dad, Robin, and it destroyed my life. This girl, Imani, lost her dad when she was 5 years old. Her dad passed away, and she's never truly gotten over that loss. So I'm sure you start putting together all these little things and you start recognizing you have a girl who's missing her dad, who's probably talking to people online, okay, that she may or may not even know their age. She may. She may be just thinking this is some great guy who's going to be like a father figure to her. Problem is, that's not what it is. And so she never got over when she ran away last week. The family is trying to be supportive. She stayed with her grandma. Grandma was like, you know what? We understand all these emotions you're going through. They didn't do anything like taking her phone or privileges or anything like that away. And that's one of the questions people have said. I've seen on the Facebook group where people are like, well, why didn't people take the phone? Why didn't people take the computer? Well, you know what? We don't know the situation in each of these families. Okay, when you've got a child that is struggling to pull away, you're trying to find these balances here. And that's why I'm always telling people, we're not in these situations. Speculation, things like that, we can do till the cows come home. But you know what? We only have a teeny tiny bit of information. We don't know everything else. So KK is saying last night, almost every 30 minutes, the alerts were going out. And I have to give this to Texas. I have noticed just by being in Texas for that couple weeks and just following here, Texas has a really good Amber Alert system in place. They do very well. Okay, yes, they send a lot out, and you do get into the potential of, are people getting used to the Amber Alerts? That's always the concern. Do you call an Amber Alert? Because what if people get used to it and it doesn't trigger people like it usually does because people get used to it, you know? But you know what? That's how we get this information. So many of us would not, if you only got it, no one would have known about Imani. And here we've got her out there with a guy who I probably would guess does not have the thought of, I want to be a good parental, male figure in her life. I don't think that's in his thoughts. Okay, I know that's speculation, but we don't know. So she ran away last night. She was last seen wearing her glasses. As you can see here, she does have glasses. She was wearing a black and gray shirt with black striped letters, multicolored sweatpants, and Crocs. Now, another thing that is triggering tons of discussion on the internet is she has, according to the Amber Alert information on the internet, she has scars on both wrists. Now, of course, what that is doing is it's leading to all sorts of speculation on the internet. Yeah, it's going to happen. The problem is we don't know the history again. All we are here for is to make sure this 11-year-old is in a safe place. Okay, it's not up to us to decide whether or not being with mom or grandma or anything like that, no, that is up to the professionals. We've all seen, okay, and if you haven't seen it, I can tell you this. Okay, and this is something for runaways to know. When you run away, yes, a lot of times, yeah, you come back home, but a lot of times you do get the help that you are begging for. Once you come home, people realize, you know what, there are issues we need to address. Okay, maybe it is moving in with grandma in this case. Maybe there's all sorts of different things that pop up. But for people to pop up into the thing about, okay, you start, and we want to do that. We hear, okay, an 11-year-old with, okay, scars on their wrists, and our mind jumps. Okay, we're normal human beings. It is going to jump. My mind jumped, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's what we think. Okay, and furthermore, does it matter when we have a young girl who needs help? She needs someone to send that picture of that gorgeous face out on Twitter or Instagram so that we can bring her home and get her the help, like grandma said. Okay, when she said, baby girl, come home, let us get you the help. Okay, and I think it's a hard time. It's a hard time. So, this guy his name's Daniel. The other person is also named Daniel, so that's why I'm saying be careful when you pull up the faces. Hey, Kelly. Because the other guy that they sent the picture out is also Daniel Diaz, and that's what kind of threw things off for people. People were like, oh, it's another Daniel Diaz. No, this is the Daniel we want. Daniel here is 21 years old. The other one's actually much older. He's 5'5", 150 pounds, has black hair, brown eyes, and they may be in a gray, newer model pickup truck. Again, how do they know that? A neighbor saw a young girl getting into a pickup truck sometime around 2 a.m. their time. So it's 2 a.m. Central Time yesterday. So now some of the questions that have popped up, and I did want to address this. How do they know Daniel Diaz was involved? Okay. If they truly, okay, it was a case of, sorry, I just noticed I have something here. If it truly was an issue where they saw, okay, a girl just get into a car, how do they know? Well, Grandma went through her iPad this morning. And as they went through the iPad, she started coming across tons of messages between Imani and Daniel. Social media things, okay, I'm not sure what platforms, but in social media. The conversations were definitely talking back and forth, and the one that is probably the most concerning is Daniel told Imani, I love you. Okay, a 21-year-old telling an 11-year-old, I love you. That is exactly Sleuth Mom. That has to be so frightening to the family. They know their daughter, their granddaughter is looking for love right now. She's looking for someone to accept her for who she is. She's looking for that family, that father figure. And the problem is these guys do not know. They're not interested in being that supportive father figure, but she doesn't know that. And so with all that, the police truly are concerned now. Is it something where it's between the two? Is it a trafficking type thing? Whatever. Those are the things that we don't know. But we do know right now. KK, 2 o'clock a.m. your time. It is what time your time right now? Almost 5 p.m.? And in Texas, Central Time Zone, because Texas is Central. So Houston. So we're talking, it's been over 12 hours. It's been about what, 15, 16 hours? They again could be anywhere. I'm not sure with 541. Okay. So it has definitely been 16 or so hours. Okay, I'm horrible at math. Sorry, I went to private school. And trust me, it's not always as good as you think. No, I love my school. I love my high school. But it's been a long time. I have not heard anything about where Daniel might have connections. Is it in that area still? Have they moved on to other states? Have they moved on to other countries? Again, we're Texas. We got Mexico within a couple hours. So we need to get this word out, and you guys are always the best at doing that. So if you guys could help me with that, just help us with getting picture. I am going to hit TikTok right after this. I did do the Instagram, and I'm going to post them Instagram as well as the YouTube thumbnail. So those will be out on community page tab. I will also then do the TikTok. So please keep an eye out for the TikTok. Hopefully that will help again, especially in these cases of runaways. She could have access to a phone right now. And a lot of 11, 12, 13, 14, they hang out on TikTok. So please help us out on that level also. And yeah, KK, Texas is scary. It's only 3 to 4 hours from Houston to get to Mexico. Once you're there, it becomes so hard. Okay, we've had other cases where that has happened. But we've also had cases where people have tracked into other states. Okay, especially if you're really close to a big city like Houston, you've got highways, easy access. So if you guys can help us out with that. Again, okay, she went missing this morning. She's 11 years old. She's 5'2" tall and 111 pounds. She's got black hair, brown eyes. She was last seen wearing her glasses, a black, and I have to say this description of clothing is one of the best I've seen. Hello, BC. And she was wearing a black and gray shirt with black striped red letters, multicolored sweatpants and Crocs, and again, the wrist scars. Daniel also has the, hey, AJ, how you doing, my dear? And good seeing you. He goes, now I don't know if he goes by the name Leo or anything like that, but I did recognize he does have the full name Daniel Leonardo Diaz. And that Leonardo was in air quote type things. So I think there's a good chance that he might use that name quite often. So a Daniel or a Leo or Leonardo Diaz, 21 years old, 5'5", 150 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. As you can see there, he does have a mustache. As I've mentioned in the past, many people stop having the facial hair. If you're being looked for someone, what's the first thing you're going to do? Color your hair. You're going to cut your hair. You're going to shave your mustache, things like that. So other things to be looking for are, okay, what about the eyebrows, the eyes? Okay, his eyes, he's got fairly narrow eyes. Those types of things. Keep an eye out for those things. I'm really hoping they can find her quickly. This girl has gone through a lot in her life. To lose your dad when you are 5 years old, that is just, yeah, that's hard. And then to have something happen like this. Oh, wow, AJ said girl missing who had 10,000. Wow. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on out there. And you know what? Social media can be a blessing, but it can be a curse also. And that's something as parents nowadays you're always having to look for. So before I finish this up, I wanted to play one last time the video from Grandma. For those of you who've come in a little later and all, this is Imani's grandma speaking to Imani. And so if we can bring her home to her.
Baby girl, I'm not mad. I just want you to come home safe. I want to try to get you the help that you need. We're all here waiting on you. Everybody that you've ever met and have been in your life, teachers from 3 years ago have called me looking for you and want to find you and hug you and give you the support that you need. Just come home. Just come home. If you can't, reach out to me. Reach out to someone else's number that you know by heart, but you know my phone number by heart. Baby girl,
Yeah. Oops, sorry. There you
we're
go.
all here.
So I say it all the time on my Instagram post, guys. Together we can be their voice. Right now, Imani has no voice. Her voice has been taken away. How do we give her voice back? We find her. We allow her to speak up and tell people her truth at that point. So let's give her voice. Let's share the picture out. Let's share her story out, and let's bring her home. So thank you all so much for joining in. Good night, by the way, good night. And hey there, my dear. And I saw BC came in. I thought, lovely lady. That's who I saw coming in. So she does seem very tall for her age. And there you go. I know that feeling. And, but yeah, and those are the things to look for. Okay, looking for someone like that. Okay, she looks like a sweetheart. Looking at that smile of hers, she looks like a true sweetheart. And she's just looking for the love right now. So for those of you who know, usually Fridays I do a mental health live. I will still be trying to do that a little later this afternoon. I haven't gotten any of my research done on it yet, so guess what I'm doing next? Actually, no, I'm doing the TikTok next. So please keep an eye out for that live. And if I can keep my energy up today, we will do Cantina. It may not be a long Cantina, but we'll try to hang out for an hour or two later on today. So thank y'all so much. Y'all are the best. I will see you later for sure. Have a great Aloha Friday. My dog's getting ready to bark and say aloha himself. Yeah, there you go. I knew it was coming. And also, love you guys. Thank you all for popping in, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.